When your aeration equipment hangs off of catwalks over your basins, it can lead to some really interesting maintenance options, although they're not necessarily the most optimal.
And so in order to maintain those, the men pretty much had to get into a John boat and maintain it from the boat. And anybody that's ever done anything like that knows that it's different than fishing.
Those mixers and blowers were at the City of Farmington's wastewater treatment plant, which is also one of our 2023 top projects. Now, what set this project apart from others was its cost efficiencies in aeration and mixing. The city spent about $500,000, which is also anticipated to save them approximately $80,000 annually, meaning the payoff for this is pretty quick.
The previous units, they were throwing starters a lot. They were having a lot of cavitation in the prop. And I think we were at the place that most of them needed to be rebuilt anyway.
The city selected a solution that had considerably less horsepower but was also simple to operate. With just 2 blowers, a series of diffusers, and some electrical upgrades, the city was able to find plenty of improvements.
A lot of the energy efficiency is added to the project by only running the blowers when they're needed for treatment. The blowers are controlled by DO probes that monitor oxygen levels in the plant, and when oxygen is needed, calls for the blowers run.
Under the old system, nutrient removal was becoming a problem. In fact, there were some months where it was even difficult or impossible to maintain its permit requirements.
Since we got the new system online, my nutrient efficiency has increased tremendously. It's like Larry said, the old system was a maintenance nightmare. There was a lot of fast-moving, hard-working parts that were just worn out.
He also stressed that it was easier to maintain and operate, which saved him time to allow him to do other projects at the wastewater treatment plant. As for construction of the aeration upgrade, it was pretty straightforward. The plant had 2 aeration basins that ran independent of each other, so as one went down, the other could stay up, and really the most important thing was making sure that they chose a period of time during which the city had low flow. The outcome? A facility that now meets its permits requirements and is also set up for the future.
As time goes on, there's cities gonna be looking at more stringent limits for phosphorus and at some point nitrogen and just every other contaminant EPA and DNR is going to begin to regulate. And just the flexibility and the versatility of the system we have installed.
But perhaps best of all, Brad, the operator, no longer has to use a John boat to maintain the system. In fact, it just takes a truck and a hitch.
And just pull it up out of the water and take it out of the basin. So we don't have to be over the water anymore. And that's a huge improvement to safety.